Hello again, it's me again, Christine Trainer, talking to you live from New Westminster, British Columbia. And I'm continuing my wonderful lifestyle series. I'm giving you another little lesson that I have learned over the years that has helped me in a lot of ways. And this is all about when life knocks you down, you have two choices. You have to stay down or you can get up. And that is true. It's not when life does knock you down. It's true, right? It's not trying to say you're not good enough, but it's showing you how powerful you are, even in your most vulnerable. Isn't that true? Why I'm saying this today is because it's another one of my series of how life can really affect you when you get knocked down in life or get a heart broken, and things can be to the point where it's not 100% really good, and you feel like you can't move on each day because things can really be bad. And so I thought this would be another good one to talk about, especially in our workaday life, in our everyday life, and how we deal with life situations as we live. It's really good with your workaday life, like I said. It's excellent with your personal life, life in general. And the next one I like to say is you must tell yourself, no matter what, no matter how hard it is or hard it gets, you're going to make it. You're going to get through it. Take some deep breaths. Persevere through the hard times. Persevere for when you get knocked down. I know it can be the most hardest thing in your life when you get constantly knocked down. Have a confidant, somebody in your life. That's the one good thing to help you get through the hard times and when you get knocked down by heartbreak or even by somebody's foul, horrible words to you because they feel they need to give you a lesson and you get spoken to in such a way that you feel like you're knocked down in life. I mean, I think in life, when you have people and friends and family, confidants who help you get through everyday life, when you get knocked down, it helps you feel better inside. They give you the confidence, they encourage you, they love you, and you get through each day in a better way. Use your strength you have inside. I know each one of you have strength to get through each day when things can be really rough. Isn't this true? I mean, we're all powerful people, and when we start to believe in ourselves and who we are, things will be even better. And this is what I believe in a lot of ways. Sorry, I'm sort of doing this because I have a little kitty cat that's roaming around because I'm on the table here. I don't have a tripod. I have a box on the table where I put everything, and that's how I do my everyday. That's why I'm doing these wonderful little series, because I have a little kitty cat that she's checking what's going down. So I'm trying my best. So sorry I had to move me for a minute, guys. There's a box, and she loves boxes. So I basically have my little this beautiful little cell phone of mine that I'm talking to is on a box with something behind it. And this little whippersnapper is being a little bugger. I'm sorry, guys. A slight distraction, but it's a beautiful distraction. Say hello, Etta. Let's get her down, not to disturb me anymore. Maybe I'll throw a bag on the floor and she can play with the bag. That's a nice way of enjoying life. When you have a beautiful, here's an example. Having a little animal in your life, a fur baby, to help you get through the days when you feel like knocked down, because they can give you love and affection no matter what. That's a beautiful way to have it. That's number 2. That's a nice little bonus I wanted to give you guys. And I always still say, and I'm going to continue saying, it's a beautiful way to being. Continue with your affirmations every day. Stay positive. Keep your mind strong. Keep that subconscious in order. Stick some positive affirmations. When somebody knocks you down, when you feel frustrated in life, get on with the number 3. Get some affirmations going. Write them down and keep them near you every day. A confidant. Maybe a nice little fur baby. It's beautiful. On number 3. Get some affirmations going, because when somebody knocks you down and you feel like life is the pits. But the best thing to do, you can also do, if you feel you need to seek professional help, because sometimes things can be so hard. Life can knock you down, and you can't let it go. Seeking professional help, they can help you even more. I mean, YouTube is a fantastic place to even watch beautiful motivational videos and some beautiful motivational people. Go on Google, find somebody near to you, professional people near to where you live. And it does help in a lot of ways. I have experience in that. And I know every day in our life we get knocked down. And also, it all depends. And if you live too far into the past, and these people are continually haunting you, or you get too many, you get broken down, you get so heartache because you're knocked down by life, your past will come to haunt you. Take the past, throw it away. You don't need that in your life, because that will make it harder for you. And I have some examples, basically a couple examples in my life. One in particular where I was knocked down terribly. And the first one was, I was married for 15 years to a rather mentally abusive man. And he knocked me down every day of my life when I was married to him. I mean, I was 23, was pregnant with my son, who's now 35, by the way, going to 36. And at that time, he said, okay, you should get married. Because he's Catholic, by the way, my ex. And so he believed if you're going to have children, you should be married and have children. Your children should not be bastards. I mean, that's that old way of thinking, right? And so I said, okay, And at that time, I wasn't too big. I was basically almost like you see me now. And I thought, okay, we were engaged. I was living with him at the time, even though he was a little abusive. He's an alcoholic, my ex. So I thought I could help him out. We'll be good, loving family. Things will be fine. That was in my head, okay? But every day he would turn around. He'd always knock me down. He'd be mentally abusive on a daily basis, and he'd knock me down. And I felt like life was just, I thought I was, my self-esteem went down the tube. I felt defeated every day. I felt that I could get my life in order. That's how I felt every day of my life when I was married to my ex. His name was Joseph, by the way. And he was also 13 years my senior, so he's 13 years older than me. So when I first met him, I was quite young when I was 19, and then we were together for a few years. It wasn't too bad when we were living together, even though he was abusive to me. I thought that's how life was, that I could help him and be part of his life and help him get into better shape himself. I thought I was helping him. Sorry, my little girl's crying. She wants to go outside and play. Interesting distraction. Sorry, guys. That's the way it's going to be today. But I thought to myself, every day I lived for those 15 years, the best part of it was when I had my son, Stephen. And that sort of took away from all the frustrations I had in my life. And I thought to myself, how can I get by this? And I had my family and friends by my side. They were always talking to me and helping me and trying to get me through each day really well. But I would always digress. I always fell within the weight side. I became more introverted, really introverted. I barely saw a whole lot of people. I stayed within my home. When my son was 4 years old, I went to work, so it was work, home, my son, work, home, my son. It wasn't much else in my life, because at that time, I felt like I wasn't the best person to be a life with. I thought I was so knocked down. My self-esteem was really bad. I wasn't happy with who I was. I didn't see the sense of happiness within me until fast forward 23, I'd say, when I started a new job in a sheet metal shop. I met somebody very special, and his name was Masood. And he became my friend, and he helped me get through the bad days, and he treated me with such admiration and equality. I was happy to be with him every day when I went to work, because he would help me get through the days where Joseph would constantly knock me down, every single day. It never stopped. I couldn't breathe some days until I got to a really big weight. I ended up getting up to almost close to 300. I was like 280 at one time. And because I didn't think I was worth it in life, that's what happens when you get knocked down. You think life is worthless. You're not feeling 100%. Things are not good. You can't get through life whether you want to get through life. And you feel like you become introverted. You become unhappy. But through the help of Masood, through the help how he treated me as a human being, as an equal to him, and he treated me with love and respect, I slowly got out of that feeling of being introverted. I stopped being so introverted. And the best thing was, you may not think the best thing was good. When my ex left me, my son was a teenager, he was about 14 years old. He left, he just took his bags, he said, I can't be with you. You're not the kind of person I want to be with. And he left. And at that time, when he did leave, I did feel even worse knocked down. I felt like, oh, I'm not worth it. There's nothing about me that's interesting. He left me. Who would want to be with me in my life? I'm a nothing. And that's how I felt for up to a few weeks, close to a month. But through the help of Masood, who became my friend even further, he would take me out, we would have time as friends, we would do things as friends, and he helped me get through the days that I thought it wasn't worth it. Because he showed me a sense of who I was. He showed the beauty that was within me every day. And he brought me up even further. So I ended up getting back up basically, metaphorically, I got up off the floor, I got moving further. And when Joseph did leave, took nearly everything else, it was best that he did the right thing, because I moved on with my life. I started a wonderful relationship with the man I'm with now, Masood, over 23 years, and my life continued even better. So, yes, I think a confidant is good. It's even better because he really helped me get through those dark days. And I tell you, I had some dark days when I was married. And then when Masood came into life, life started to flourish. Like a flower started to grow. It was wonderful. And the next incident where I do believe I did have, I felt like I was knocked down. It was about 9 years ago. I was quite ill for a year. I had a lot of problems down below. Little did I know that I had a huge cyst that was growing inside my ovaries, and I found out I had cancer. And I had to have an immediate operation. I had to get rid of the cyst. I had a hysterectomy, and that knocked me down to the floor. I went, whoa, cancer. What else can happen in my life? You know, I mean, I was going on really well. I had a wonderful relationship. I was working steady. My weight was up and down, but it was pretty good. And then this happened. You know, I got knocked down even further because I felt like there's nothing what else can happen to me? Cancer. And during those times I was healing, I needed to see somebody because it really affected me mentally up here, guys. I felt really horrible inside. So what I decided to do, and I went on the internet and checked, I found a wonderful counselor, a beautiful professional counselor, to help me get through the days that was hard. And I was lucky because I was fortunate. Within New West where I lived, there was a counselor. So I phoned up, started some good sessions, and I went to see her very steadily for over a year. About twice a week for about a year. And I spoke to her. She helped me get through understanding the issues I had within me as a person. She showed me that through these hard times, we can strengthen and we can be stronger, because it makes us stronger, because we've gotten through these hard times when we've been knocked down and we've been through these hard struggles, and we can get through it better. And she showed me things about me she reaffirmed, more so affirmations. She reaffirmed gratitude each day to help me get through the best part of who I am. And I got through the days much better because with this professional help, it helped me realize that I did heal from the cancer. I am cancer-free over 9 years now. I think that's the best thing I can see, because I did continue with what she suggested. I did the affirmations and I did my gratitude every day, and she showed me so many wonderful new techniques I could do for myself on a daily basis. That in itself was the best part of my life, and we can practice these things every day. We can meet new people. If you need professional help when you get knocked down, it's the best thing, because they're professionals. They can give you ideas and suggestions to help you deal with life lessons when you get knocked down, because sometimes you can get knocked down even through people. People can really knock you down too, right? And you go, what the heck? But I've always felt in life that a confidant and a friend can really help you when people do get you knocked down. And it's another thing. It's another little life lesson. When you get knocked down and people treat you in such a way, that's their problem. They are the people that need some lumping understanding. Love them regardless. Like water off a duck's back. Get rid of it, because how they think of you is none of your business. So let that part go as well. Because you can get... I am working in the internet marketing industry, and there's a lot of times where you can feel a little bit knocked down. But it's still a beautiful part of life. I tell you, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I love internet marketing. I've been doing it for 10 months now, and it's the bomb, man. I love it. But you have to learn how to communicate too, right? You have to learn how to speak to people. You have to speak to people in such a way when they say, go away. Water off a duck's back. Don't feel like you're being knocked down. It's just the way they are. Carry on to doing something else, and do that on a daily basis. That's what I wanted to say today. That's my little information about when you get knocked down, You have two choices. Stay down or get up. I say this. No matter how it knocks you down, never give up, never give in. Seek professional help. Have a confidant. Life is beautiful. You all are beautiful people. And this is one of my wonderful new life lessons that I have learned over the years. I hope you enjoyed it. I love chatting about it. As you can see, I like to chat. Stay tuned for my next little lesson. My love to you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.